Alligator Alcatraz and ICE detention facilities. This is actually right up my alley. I worked as a private contractor for over 8 years at ICE detention facilities. Started from 2010 to 2018 when I left to the Marshal service. Last year or two, I was actually a supervisor at the detention facility. I was also very involved in their tactical team, and I was the one designated to give the use of force training. I'm very familiar with ICE detention facilities. That's right up my alley. There's a lot of reports out there that conditions in Alligator Alcatraz are horrible. They're saying that they're inhumane conditions. They're getting their drinking water the same place where they brush their teeth, that they're cramming 20 or 30 people in per cell. There's a reason for that, and let me explain it to you guys. Let me start off with the standards. So ICE uses what's called PBNDS standards, which stands for Performance-Based National Detention Standards. This is across the board, guys. It doesn't matter who is running the facility, whether it's a private contractor, whether it's a local sheriff's office, it doesn't matter. These detention facilities are governed by these standards, which include a variety of different things. These standards include things like medical, recreation time, how much time they're allowed to be out there in the rec, meals, and how they're cooked, and how nutritious they have to be, to include religious meals, of course, to include the chaplain, right? Because we have people from all over the world, coming to these detention facilities. So, of course, Uncle Sam, the U.S. government, how we like to cater for everyone. So everyone across the board, recreational programs, play sports, educational programs. The facility where I was, they had a program where you could get Mexican equivalent to the GED. It also includes things like the medical care that they get, the doctors that have to be on staff, the nurses, medications for all these people that take different types of freaking medications, commissary programs, things related to hygiene, barbershops, visits, legal visits, laundry, the way they do their laundry. It's a whole operation, and everything is included in the PBNDS standards. And let me tell you guys, the government bends over backwards to give these detainees, specifically the ones that have religious exemptions, religious diets, they bend over backwards to accommodate these people from all over the world. A lot of the times, these people have different mentalities. They're from different parts of the world. They have different religions, different values, different morals, different laws. And some of these beliefs are things that we're against here in the country. The point is that the government bends over backwards to accommodate these people from all over the world, instead of them assimilating to the American way of life. In regards to the reports about the inhumane conditions, now, I haven't been to Alligator Alcatraz, and I've worked in ICE detention facilities for over 8 years, so I could only speak based on my experience. But let me tell you, reports say that they're getting their drinking water the same place that they brush their teeth. Yes, they are. Let me break it down for you guys. There's designs for sinks and toilets that are specifically designed for correctional facilities. That means that you're gonna have sinks to use to wash your hands, to brush your teeth, but yes, you're also gonna get the drinking water from that same faucet. Also, individual cells. Individual cells have a sink where you also get your drinking water from, and then below that has a toilet. So this is standard in the correctional world. Another report says that they're cramming 20, 30 people in one cell, in one cage. Also very common. Let me give you some examples. Processing. When they initially get to the facility, typically there's a processing station which has large cells where they put all these people in there and they pull them out one at a time and they process them before they house them. That's one example. Holding cages or holding areas. If you have a facility that has different level of detainees, or if you have a facility that has minors, or you have a facility that has females, those populations can't mix. When you're moving from one place to another, they might put large groups of people into a holding area so that they can move other traffic. Doesn't mean that they're shoving 20, 30 people in one cell for them to live in. So I think the reports are taken way out of context. And that's what happens. That's what happens. The people that don't know, the people that have never been in a correctional facility, in a correctional environment, in a detention facility, wouldn't understand. The way that they're explaining it makes you guys imagine like they're getting water out of the fucking toilet bowl, and that's not what's happening. I encourage you guys to look it up. I'm not sure if they've updated the PBNDS standards, but I'm sure you can find it online, and that way you can see for yourself what the standards are. By the way, these detention facilities aren't meant for these people to be there for long periods of time. It's just while they await their deportation process, or their immigration case, or their asylum case. I'm interested to know if they still call them detainees, because from my understanding, the last 4 years everything got super soft. When I was there, they were called detainees. Apparently now they're called residents. When we first started, the SHU used to be the segregated housing unit. Someone thought it was too much, so they changed it to the secured housing unit. Little things like that to minimize everything, as if it wasn't a federal crime what they did. It is what it is, and we're dealing with it now. So share these videos with your friends, even the ones that don't agree with you, even the ones that don't agree with the things that I say. I also know it's hard times out there for a lot of people. So, I get the shitty situation that you're in, but violence is not the answer. I'm telling you, stop attacking your law enforcement. If this continues, it's just a matter of time till someone loses their life. And then everyone's gonna be outraged. So please be safe out there, be peaceful. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, subscribe, follow for more content.